is practiced almost, I would say, as popularly as Vedic astrology. And उसके जो parameters हैं, they're very different. उसकी पढ़ाई अलग होती है.
Mm-hmm.
Accuracy is different. And I just feel that, both of them give similar results when they're done together. Side by side करो, तो both genres will give the same results. But
Absolutely.
आज मून की बात करते हैं. You're right.
Ji. And in previous shows, you have spoken about moon, like in brief. The moon reflects the light of the sun, and it mostly represent the mind and
Yes.
the people who have stronger moon are mostly emotional, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Stronger moon can mean uh, emotional. A very
Mhm.
strong moon can mean overly, what's the right word? Uh, Tolerant of people by not caring too much. वो भी moon के एक
Okay.
negative होती है.
Okay.
Moon is also, if moon is extremely weak, then you become too sensitive. You'll break down on everything. People who will cry at the smallest thing जो उन्हें बताया जाता है.
Ji.
कुंडली में moon is very important. Its placement is important because जैसे हम कहते हैं sun is your soul, moon is your mind. Soul तो change होती नहीं, but mind change होता है. आपका लाइफ में फोकस क्या है, that is your mind, and that is essentially what moon is. So for all the listeners, what is important to you? Is it money? Is it family? Is it kids? Is it parents? Is it business? Is it work? Is it your house, acquiring wealth, getting famous? क्या important है लाइफ में? Look carefully आपकी कुंडली में मून कहाँ बैठा है. That will give you an idea of what you are focused on in life. Believe me, it always works out. You may think, you may think that you're very focused on work, but if your moon is sitting in the house of, let's say, fifth house, you'll actually be more focused on your kids. You'll be more focused on romance, speculation, uh, advice giving other people, enhancing your education. So, पढ़िए आपका मून कहाँ बैठा है. Very easy and very accurately you'll come to know what your mind is really truly focused on or what it should be focused on.
सो आज का हमारा होमवर्क है गोइंग ऑन द वेबसाइट saketbhatia.com एंड अपना बर्थ डेट, बर्थ टाइम एंड बर्थ प्लेस डाल के वी कैन मेक आवर ओन कुंडली एंड सी कि हमारा मून कहाँ प्लेस्ड है, राइट?
Last, exactly, I think important hai.
जी.
So the show is going to be like this. First moon kya hai for some people who are just joining, right? Because not everybody knows about the old shows, right? We've
हम्म.
crossed over 100 shows. So moon kya hai? Moon ki importance kya hai kundli mein? Again, what does moon signify? Moon कौन से घर में strong है, कौन से घर में weak है? Uh, how does the moon work when it is placed in a different sign versus a different house? And what are some diseases associated with moon? जैसे हमने कहा था sun controls bone, teeth, spinal cord and heart, remember?
हम्म.
तो what does moon control? अगर moon आपका कुछ ज़्यादा weak हो तो what are potential diseases you can have? That is
सो
what, last time कहा था अगर sun ज़्यादा गर्म हो जाता है तो it burns your body, right? It causes
राइट,
indigestion,
राइट, इन्फ्लेमेशन.
inflammation. Moon doesn't do that, however.
हम्म.
Moon only causes problems when it's weak.
ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद व्हाट इज द मून अकॉर्डिंग टू वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी.
देखो, moon is your mind. Very easy, very simple. Is the easiest way to look at it. Moon represents your emotional stability. It's your nurturing instinct. It is your ability to adapt. That is what moon is. अगर आप काम पे जा रहे हो, you're constantly complaining, I don't like my manager, I don't like my work, you're not adapting, could be moon. Could be transit of, मतलब गोचर जो कहते हैं, some bad planet transiting your moon.
हम्म.
When you go hiking, you go traveling, you're very happy, that is moon. Some people don't like traveling, they just like to sit at home. The Vedic astrology mein, moon is a queen. He or she is the queen of all planets. Again, it symbolizes emotions, nurturing instinct and mind. Hindi में moon को चंद्र कहते हैं. It is also the source of inner, what's the right word, receptivity. Without moon, we will be unable to feel, unable to connect, unable to experience things on an emotional level. There are many people जिनको emotions नहीं होते,
जी.
correct? Their
Mm-hmm.
moon is overly strong,
Oh,
not weak
okay.
but overly strong.
Overly strong. Okay. So that's
Overly
why
strong.
moon is so important in birth charts.
It's very important. See, horoscope में moon का जो position है, it will reveal your deepest feelings, your emotional need. It will say where you're comfortable, whether with other people, with yourself. Moon in the planet Earth, moon controls the tides, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up and down, up and down. वैसे ही moon controls your emotions in life, up and down. Importance of the moon in a kundli is because जो आपका well-being है, see, not everybody can always be very happy. Not
Right.
everybody can always be very sad. This emotional up and down is caused by moon. No planet in your kundli is as sensitive as moon. जब मून पे सैटर्न जाता है उसे साढ़े सती कहते हैं. जब मून पे
Right.
मार्स जाता है इट कॉजेस एंगर. जब मून पे जुपिटर जाता है इट कॉजेस हैप्पीनेस. जब मून पे सन जाता है इट कॉजेस इक्लिप्स. सो वी हैव टू सी व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन योर कुंडली. हम बाहर तो कह देते हैं वेरी बिग एक्लिप्स इज कमिंग,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes an eclipse comes on your chart also. The sun goes over your moon once a year, and when it does, it causes an eclipse. At that time, you can fall sick, you can fall ill, you won't be able to do anything. We say don't work too hard. जब वो होता है, moon will say not only say आपकी emotional need क्या है, but also how you will process that need. Correct?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
आपको कहाँ पर इमोशनल सिक्योरिटी मिलती है. देर आर मेनी पीपल हु रन टू देयर husband or wife for emotional security. Then there are others who run to their parents. Then there are third that run to their friends. Then there are fourth that don't let their emotions out at all. Do you agree?
Right.
That is that need for emotional security is what is moon. कुंडली देख के
Okay.
पता चलता है कि आपको लाइफ में क्या चाहिए, what is your comfort zone and what you need for emotional security to make sure that your emotional stability is maintained. This is very important कुंडली में.
Yes, absolutely. That actually defines your emotional self, like how stable you are. And as you said, in ups and downs, how like well you'll take the ups and downs in your life. So, can we quickly take a call before going forward?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Hello, Dr. Bhatia. This is Indrani. The
Hi
question
Indrani.
is about my son. His birth date is June 9th, 2004 at 8:27 a.m. in Kolkata, India. My question
Okay.
is, so he is 21 years old now. He left college after first semester in 2023 and then started doing something on his own via e-commerce. Till date, he has not got any success or anything. And whenever we talk to him about going back to college, he's just saying that college will not teach me anything. I need to learn things on my own. Now, we are very worried as parents, and I just want to know, is this going to be continued? Is there any way he can get back to college and finish his graduation? Also, next year, early next year, 2026, we are in California, Bay Area, California, and we are planning to move to Dallas, Texas for our job. Will that be good for him?
Okay. You're asking two different questions. Let's try targeting one at a time, right? So your son's kundali is a Cancer Rashi, Cancer Lagan, sorry, जिसे हम हिंदी में कर्क लगन कहेंगे. And his Rashi happens to be Kumbh Rashi. His nakshatra is Satabhi nakshatra. Now looking at his kundali, formal education is always run by fourth house and advanced degree would be run by fifth house. The fourth house is sitting well. So your son should at least get a bachelor's degree. That is not the problem. Bachelor's degree
Okay.
he should get, he will get. Irrelevant. We are not worried whether he does it today or tomorrow. The degree above that, which is Mars, he won't get a master's degree because Mars, which planet which owns that, is sitting in the house of loss. Now you're telling me he wants to run an e-commerce business. His mind is stuck on the eighth house, which is always, let's do something different. Let's try making something big. I'll be able to raise some money. I'll be able to do something.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, that moon in other people's money and house is not a good placement here. Your sun is starting what we call a difficult dasha for this kundli, starting December 2025. Yes, you are going to move because Saturn is transiting his ninth house also, which is the house of long term travel. The move is going to be necessary for him. Not good, not bad, but needed for him. I don't see his e commerce business growing. It's not happening in this kundli. He needs to go to school, he needs to do something, and hopefully, with his degree, he can partner and try something. But this is the kundali of somebody who should work, not somebody who should start an e commerce business, and at least not yet. The earliest he should even start something should not happen till, according to this kundli, 2035 or so. It is not advisable for him. Okay? Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good luck.
If you would like to know more about any of the questions you ask or anything else, feel free to reach out to Dr. Bhatia directly by calling 408 639 5300. Can we quickly take another call?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Bhatia.
What about hello?
Yeah, go ahead with your question.
Hi, Bhatia. Hi, Dr. Bhatia. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Okay. I just lost my job. I think my last date is going to be this Friday. Um, I just wanted to understand when I will be getting my next job, assuming that I've already started searching. So, my date of birth is 29th November 74 in Chennai at 2:20 a.m. early morning.
Okay. Let's see. So you said you lost your job now.
Yeah, I just
You-
lost my job on 31st of July.
Let's see. You know astrology fairly well, right? You understand the concepts, you understand the rules. This, as you said, I think in one of the shows, you said the Jupiter Moon Dasha has been especially tough for you.
Correct.
Jupiter in your Kundli is still considered to be a neutral planet, right? He is Lord of fourth and Lord of seventh. But because of fourth and seventh, he loses benefit. That means he's not going to give you bad results. He is still placed in the house of service, which is a good sign. Jupiter and Moon, Dasha is essentially getting over, transiting to Jupiter and Mars. That's actually a very positive Dasha for you. Mars is in the house of money. The transit of Jupiter still sits on the 10th house. Your job, Dasha, starts on the 23rd of September. There is a no brainer question. Easy. You're getting a job. After 23rd of September, Jupiter is very well placed. He's Vargotam. He's even sitting in his own house in the Navamsh. This is good. And this time, when you look for a job, look for more equity. Don't look for a title. Don't look for money. Okay?
Okay.
Look for equity. That is what you need to do. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck. Bye.
Let's go forward with our topic. So, now can you tell our listeners the role of Moon as a significator, a Karak?
So, significator, when we go through from the first house to the 12th house, right? जो main significator होता है, it is always in sequence: Sun, Jupiter, Mars, Moon, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn. Mercury is Karak for one house, and Moon is Karak for one house. Moon is generally Karak for fourth house, but he is one of the most powerful Karak. Very, very important Karak. In fact, जब लेडी की कुंडली पढ़ते हैं, we study it from ascendant or moon, whichever is stronger. जब आदमी की कुंडली पढ़ते हैं, we always study it from ascendant, but moon is always a secondary source. It has to be studied to give right results. Karak is important to shape our life. Moon is basically the karak of family life, emotion, mother, mind, nurturing and public life. Fourth house का जो कारक है, this represents all of this: inner peace, happiness, emotional security, home and mother. देखो, because the moon is so tied with emotions, right?
जी
And our emotional being, it aligns perfectly with the theme of the fourth house. Fourth house. A strong moon, जो fourth house से connected हो, gives us commitment to family life, gives us good relations with parents, a stable, happy home life when it is connected to fourth house. It
ओके
gives emotional resilience, empathy, the ability to create a happy, nurturing environment for other people. Difficult relationship में भी अच्छा देता है. On the other hand, अगर moon खराब हो, खराब Vedika means it is with a bad planet, aspected by bad planet, not looked at by friends, or within 72 degrees of sun. अगर मून सन के बहुत क्लोज आ जाता है, then we can't see it. उसकी
राइट
लाइट फेड हो जाती है. सो कारक जो बोलते हैं, इट इज कारक फॉर नर्चरिंग एंड मदर, राइट? अगर हमें मदर पढ़नी है, योर रिलेशन विथ योर मदर, हाउ यू वर रेज्ड एज अ चाइल्ड, वी मस्ट स्टडी मून, वी मस्ट स्टडी फोर्थ हाउस. ओके, द मून्स कंडीशन विल रिवील ऑल दैट स्टफ, कि हमें कितना प्यार मिला ग्रोइंग अप एज अ किड, हाउ मच केयर वी गॉट, अटेंशन, हाउ मच नर्चरिंग वी गॉट. माइंड एंड इमोशंस भी है. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट इंटेलेक्ट, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट हाउ स्मार्ट यू आर. I'm talking about how you receive emotions and how you process those emotions, the mood swings you get, the emotional response that you have. ये जो है, moon in a birth chart tells us how that is going to do. Some people who are very strong navigate life's ups and downs with, what is the right word, grace. Some people on the other hand will start crying, they can't handle it, right? Health and well-being. Moon controls blood, the flow of blood. It controls body fluids. It controls stomach. It controls brain. Its placement will show what medical condition we can have with either one of these body parts. Moon is therefore important. अगर कुंडली में moon weak हो, तो flow of blood becomes problem. Life में जितने लोग popular होते हैं, famous होते हैं, they generally have strong moon, because moon represents public life. Moon represents popularity. Moon also represents the sentiment. Look at all your famous actors, actresses. They have strong moons. Granted, deep inside, they might not be happy, but people look up to them, right?
राइट
To be successful in politics, media, art, strong moon is required.
So, which is that sign which moon owns in, if we talk about birth charts?
Moon owns only one sign. It is the sign of Cancer.
Okay.
Cancer को हिंदी में कर्क कहते हैं.
जी
Moon is lord of Cancer. In fact, moon is so important in Vedic astrology कि जब आप न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हो और वहाँ रहता है राशिफल, which is your horoscope,
हम्म
horoscope for the day, it is always done from moon sign. Many people make that mistake. Oh, I'm Sagittarius, let me वो Sagittarius पे राशिफल देखो. Nope. जो हिंदी चैनल पे भी आता है जो कहता है आज का आपका भविष्य ये है, it
जी
is all done from moon sign, always. Moon owns Cancer because Cancer is one of the sign that takes the qualities of the moon.
जी
Cancer is a water sign. It is a cardinal sign. It's basically that sign itself represents sensitivity, emotional depth, and a desire for security. जब moon Cancer में हो ना, it's in its own sign. It can express itself very well. People जिनका Cancer sign strong हो और moon sign भी strong हो are generally very empathetic towards other people. They are connected to their family. They're
ओके
protective. They're very caring. If one of these is damaged, थोड़ा कम हो जाता है असर. Moon's
ओके
rulership of Cancer is very important for creating a safe, loving, environment. There are people who like their house, they value their house, but they don't like spending time in their house. They don't like spending time with family. Go check out the moon. Most easiest thing. Again, जिस कुंडली में जहां आपका मून है, that will become the central focus of your life. For many people who are saints and gurus, we see moon in the 12th house, the house of expense. They
Right.
want to give up everything. They want to move on in life. Remember,
Hmm.
that is another good placement for moon.
Definitely very, very interesting. And listeners, सुन रहे हैं आप the astrology show with Dr. Saket Bhatia. We have couple of callers waiting. Can we quickly start taking calls again?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
Thank you. Ji, Namaste Bhatia ji.
Namaste, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. How can I help you?
जी साकेत जी मेरी डेट ऑफ बर्थ है 16 दिसंबर 1984
Okay.
नागपुर रात के 2 बजे
Okay.
2 a.m.
And okay, got it. December 16th, 1984.
That's right.
And what is your question?
जी साकेत जी I got laid off on 31st of July. So I just wanted to know how soon I can find a job and whether it will be a good one, like I was having earlier for like almost 8 years. It was like a great high-paid job, but unfortunately I lost it. Just want to know like whether I have to compromise on taking a small job in between before I get a bigger one, like a proper one, which gives me satisfaction, or what my kundli is saying.
So you were born on Sunday, right?
Sorry, I
You're
don't know.
born on a. You said December 16th, 1984, 2 o'clock in the morning, Nagpur.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. इस कुंडली में दो चीजें हैं. एक गलिका मंडी आर सिटिंग इन योर असेंडेंट. एंड असेंडेंट में बैठ जाते हैं तो प्रॉब्लम देता है. दे विल इम्पैक्ट द प्लैनेट मर्क्यूरी. एंड मर्क्यूरी आपकी कुंडली में ओन्स करियर. ओके. अब दशा जो चल रही है वो जुपिटर सैटर्न की चल रही है, जुपिटर शनि. और इस कुंडली में जुपिटर इज स्ट्रांग, ही इज नॉट डिबिलिटेटेड, अपने ही घर में है, बट शनि डिबिलिटेटेड है. ही इज एक्चुअली, आई एम सॉरी, शनि इज नॉट डिबिलिटेड, इज वेरी स्ट्रांग. Extremely strong Shani is only going to cause slight delay in getting a job. Transit चल रही है जुपिटर की आपके 10th हाउस पे, which means the possibility of getting job is very high. The probability of getting gains is high. When will you get a job? Let's narrow that down and see little more. I don't see you getting a job this year. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Okay.
I don't see it this year. The earliest you're going to get a job is February or March of next year.
Okay, and it will be a good one, Bhatia ji?
It will be a long-term job if that's what you want to know. Good is up to you, but in your kundli, you like every job because your moon is in the ascendant. So, आप खुश रहोगे वहाँ. And that is one of the things that will limit your growth. My suggestion, job ले लो, and sometime towards 2027 September, try getting a better job. Try getting something which is going to pay you more.
Should I look for a business in meantime? Because once I called you a year earlier and you mentioned that I should consider business. So is that's where like it's taking me?
I wish you had done that. I wish you still do that. You really should look into that. This is a kundli of somebody who could start a side business. Hopefully, this time that you're going to spend looking for a job could be better used trying to also start something on the side. Do
I
it.
hate to interrupt, but yeah, we have callers waiting. If you have further questions, feel free to call Dr. Bhatia directly after the show. The number once again is 408-639-5300. Again, it's 408-639-5300. And the website is saketbhatia.com. Let's take another caller.
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
Saket ji, namaskar.
Namaskar, how are you?
I am good. Saket ji, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How's the show working out for you?
I'm wonderful. Absolutely
Good,
fine.
thank you.
Saket ji, always. हाँ जी.
Good, good.
मैंने ना
So tell me.
हाँ जी, मैंने अपनी बेटी के बारे में पूछना था.
Okay.
उसका बर्थ डेट है February 14, 2007. 2:52 a.m. ओकलैंड कैलिफोर्निया।
ओके,
साकेत जी, मैंने पूछना था उसके लिए लॉ फर्म कैसा रहेगा, अगर
लॉ
वो
फर्म के
लॉ की
लॉ
पढ़ाई कर। हाँ जी, या लॉ की पढ़ाई के लिए सोच रही है, अगर वो
ओके,
करेगी तो कैसा रहेगा उसके लिए।
so your daughter is born February 14th 2007 at
हाँ जी,
2:52 यहाँ पर बे एरिया में, राइट?
2:52 a.m. हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
या बे एरिया। देखिए, जब हम करियर पढ़ते हैं किसी का, वी मस्ट लुक एट द 10th हाउस फ्रॉम असेंडेंट सन एंड मून। ये स्टेप 1 होती है। अभी असेंडेंट से
ओके जी,
10th लॉर्ड इज सन। वो सन बैठा है व्हाट वी कॉल डिबिलिटेटेड स्टेट में केतु के साथ, सो दैट इज नॉट गिविंग अस सम कॉन्क्रीट अंडरस्टैंडिंग। अब हम देखते हैं ये
ओके जी,
कुंडली को सन असेंडेंट से। उसका 10th लॉर्ड मार्स होता है, जो प्लेस्ड है जुपिटर के घर में। जुपिटर ऑलवेज सिंबलाइजेस चिल्ड्रन, एजुकेशन, लीगल स्टफ। अगर मून से पढ़ते हैं तो होता है मर्क्यूरी, जो शनि के घर में बैठा है, और शनि इज डायरेक्टली सिटिंग इन द हाउस बिलोंगिंग टू मून, जो मार्स के साथ बैठा है जुपिटर के घर में। योर डॉटर शुड गो फॉर लॉ, but it will be a little bit of a struggle. It is not going to be an easy path for her. Does that make sense?
ओके। हाँ जी,
Straightforward path
तो
नहीं होगा।
ओके जी, और उसके अलावा कोई बेटर आपको ऑप्शन दिखता तो।
Law, teaching, school, public health, these are good fields for her. Public health actually stands
लॉ,
out more than law in this kundli.
ओके ठीक है,
Public
थैंक यू सो मच।
policy, okay, good luck.
हाँ जी, थैंक यू सो मच।
People who have just tuned in, सुन रहे हैं आप एस्ट्रोलॉजी शो विद डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया ऑन रेडियो जिंदगी। डॉक्टर भाटिया हमारे साथ लाइव होते हैं एवरी ट्यूसडे बिटवीन 4 to 5 p.m. And Dr. Saket Bhatia, who is an internationally renowned astrologer, who has a PhD in the subject of astrology and is also a certified numerologist. आप कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं उनके साथ अगर आपका कोई भी क्वेश्चन है अपने बारे में, अपने किसी लव्ड वन के बारे में, by calling him directly at 408-639-5300, or you can get all the information about him through the website saketbhatia.com. You can also email him if you have any particular question. info@saketbhatia.com is where you can mail him. And again, the number is 408-639-5300. If you have a quick question, आप अभी स्टूडियो लाइन पर भी कॉल कर सकते हैं ड्यूरिंग द शो, एंड फॉर दैट द नंबर इज 510-770-1515. सो वी वर टॉकिंग
Ritika,
अबाउट जी
जब करियर की बात आती है ना, people
जी
call and say, what is the good career? You must understand कि career तो आपने choose करना है. What astrology does is it gives you a good guideline as to what your strengths are. So, for example, you are working at Radio Zindagi and you are a RJ. You speak well. But क्या होता है? You forget you speak well. It's a talent. People have to come and remind you, oh, this is your natural talent. On the other hand, you might, let's assume hypothetically, you're a good cook. Now you know you're a good cook and you keep improvising and working on that, right?
जी
The same way, astrology will tell you कि आपकी natural talent क्या है, and then we also look at what other talent you can improve on. And using those two, we try to then say what is a suitable career for you. It need not necessarily be the career you will do, but it is the career which somehow, in some shape or form, will get you happiness. So, अगर आप लीडर बनना चाहते हो तो एक ऐसा करियर करो जो सन रिलेटेड है, right?
ओके
Mercury is business. Not everybody can start a business. Not everybody should do a business because it's a lot of effort, lot of time, energy, which
रिस्क
is spent. Risk. तो career जब कहते हैं, think carefully. Again, you decide, but we give you insights into what is better for you. And sometimes we see big diversity, 3 or 4 different planets, which means you can merge those two to your need.
तो अभी हम लाइक व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट डिफरेंट प्लैनेट्स हम हमेशा बात करते हैं अबाउट द exalted and debilitated state. So what about moon? Where
So
is the moon exalted and debilitated?
every planet has an exaltation, which means peak strength. वो
जी
कब सबसे ज्यादा strong हो जाता है zodiac sign में, and debilitation means when it becomes extremely weak. Moon is exalted at 3 degrees in Taurus. 3 degrees, huh? अगर 3 डिग्री नहीं हो तो ही इज नॉट कंसिडर्ड exalted. He is considered very strong. अगर
Okay.
मून लेट्स से टॉरस में 15 डिग्री पे हो then he is very very strong but not exalted. Same way, moon is debilitated at 3 degrees in Scorpio. मून टॉरस में जब exalted हो उसका मतलब है his energy is most stable. He is very comfortable and he is able to express himself in the best possible way. एक इमोशनल बैलेंस आता है, पेशेंस आता है, and there's loyalty. These things are very positively expressed. You will be able to see people with a strong moon. They are generally calm, steady mind. They appreciate others around them and they are very emotionally strong. On the other hand, जिसका moon debilitated हो, Scorpio में, the energies become turbulent. Scorpio by itself is a sign of transformation, hidden depth. Scorpio is also a sign of crisis, a difficult environment for sun, moon. Gentle hota hai, sensitive. Debilitated moon causes jealousy, secrecy, struggles with inner peace, right?
जी.
But again, अगर यहाँ पर moon हो और उसके ऊपर अच्छे aspect डाल रहे हैं, then the moon will go through these struggles, secrecy, etc., and try to produce somebody who has great resilience to overcome emotional challenges.
Okay.
So aspects on the moon are also important. Moon कहाँ बैठा है, किसके साथ बैठा है, critical.
जी. जी. We have a couple of callers waiting. Can we take calls quickly? And before taking calls, I can see all the lights blinking. So today is a high call volume day. If I'm not able to take your call, if the show time gets over, please, you can always connect with Dr. Bhatia directly. And for that, the number is 408 639 5300. Hello, you're on air with Dr. Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
Hello, Bhatia ji. I have a question on my daughter.
Yes.
Her date of birth is May 26, 2007 in Walnut Creek, California.
Time of birth?
Time of birth is 1920 hours, 7:20 p.m.
Okay. Okay.
And I think she is going in for her major. I think she has picked a major, but I wanted to see whether she is going to go for a double major or not. She's so confused.
Where is she going
She's just getting
finally?
into college
Close
next
by
month.
or
Yeah.
far?
She's going close by. I think, close by Southern California, Los Angeles.
We don't consider that close by though, but that's okay. That is better than going all the way to New York or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a
she's not
kundali
into
of
New York.
somebody. No, this is directly a kundali of somebody who will do advanced research, higher studies. Why does your daughter want to do a double major? What is the benefit?
I think when we went for orientation, I think she talked to a few people and everybody wanted to do double majors, and she's also into it. I don't know whether she will do it or not. That's why astrologically I wanted to see whether it's available for her.
She's going to. So what is she studying? If you make it easier
So
for
she
me.
wants to study data sciences, but I think she's also interested in contemplating on doing a second major also while going into college itself.
This is a bachelor's degree she's doing?
Bachelor's degree, correct.
Yeah, so this is clear cut master's and beyond. I don't see her doing double bachelor's or double degree, but definitely research. Saturn in the 9th house is always research. And he's very strong in Navamsh Kundli also. She will do a bachelor's, then she goes in for research, she completes her master's, and then she should work. I think she should, if she wants, she could even study beyond that. But then she has to look at the pros and cons. Moon in the 11th house will do that. She could go get a PhD if she wants. The Kundli is strong. But she's not
She is
going to
Scorpio
do
ascendant, Dr. Bhatia?
Jupiter retrograde Scorpio ascendant. Moon is sitting in the 11th house. Correct?
Okay.
I'm hoping you're giving the right time because ascendant is at 0 degrees 13 minutes. So if that is right. we are in good shape. No, this is definitely.
But most online websites tell her to be a different ascendant and not a Scorpio ascendant. But I think most of the websites basically work it on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio, but in Scorpio.
I would still say Scorpio. What I do is take Bhava Chalit. Don't focus on house. Focus on both. She is definitely Scorpio. Her Kundali is strong. It tags what she's doing. She's gone out to study. Great. She'll finish what she does. Let her do her masters and then decide if she wants to get a PhD or just go to work. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck. Bye.
Let's take another call. Hello, you're on air with Dr. Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
My name is Nikita.
Hi, Nikita.
And hi. So,
Yes, Nikita.
I was born on 15 March 1986 at 11:40 a.m. And the location is Bhilwara, Rajasthan.
Okay. I've never been there, but I know people who've been to Rajasthan.
Okay.
Can you tell me what your question is?
My question is that I have been trying, I took a career break, and now from almost like a year or so, I've been trying and applying for jobs. So I just wanted to know, like, what's in there for me, and when will I get one?
So your question is primarily job related. When will you get a job?
Yes. I've been trying like almost for a year now.
So right now, your transit planet, your dasha, you're a Gemini ascendant. Gemini ascendant is ruled by Mercury, which is sitting in the house of career. But he's seriously combust because Sun is only 3 degrees away from Mercury. Right? So he will cause some problems in that house. The Lord Jupiter is well placed in this house, but Navamsh mein he is debilitated. Right now, I don't see a job for you. Okay. I don't see a job
Okay.
for you till Jupiter transits at least into the house of money. When he transits
Okay.
into the house of money, which is sometime May of next year, is when the job opportunity comes.
Okay.
You will also start Jupiter Venus, which is the income dasha for you. I mean, I'm not saying don't look for a job. Look, but the real, stable, better, happy job comes after May. You have about from May of next year till the May of 27 to get a better job. Unfortunately, that is what it is here. Your planet is weak. Jupiter is very
Okay.
weak in. Okay. That is the
Okay.
issue. So good luck. Keep
And
trying.
if not, yeah,
Yes.
definitely. And if not job, do you think there is another source of income, like maybe doing a part-time hustle or something like that, on and off?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You should be doing that. You should be doing the part-time hustle because you're still running Rahu Dasha. Rahu in its Dasha will always give gains. He's a neutral planet here. Don't stop that. Sun
Okay.
is strong in your Kundali. Think of starting something on the side yourself, whether it's an online business or with a friend, primarily with a friend, might be good for you.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck.
To all the listeners, if you have further questions and if you were not able to connect today, you can always reach out to Dr. Bhatia directly after the show by calling 408 639 5300. Dr. Bhatia is based in the Bay Area. आप मिल सकते हैं उनसे. You can fix an appointment by calling this number. All the information about him you can get through the website saketbhatia.com. That's the website. Again, it's saketbhatia.com, first and last name.com. And the number once again is 408 639 5300. So we are just left with a few more minutes in the show, but I would really want to ask the thing which you started at the beginning, कि वेस्टर्न और वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी के जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स होते हैं वो कभी डिफरेंट हो सकते हैं. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट मून, so how Western and Vedic astrology view moon differently?
In Western astrology, most importance is given to Sun.
Okay.
And then your ascendant, and that's it. Vedic astrology में we always start with ascendant and then with moon. Vedic में moon is primarily more important than the sun, but Western में उल्टा होता है. Because we believe your soul is stuck in this body, right? We believe the mind, which is the moon, is what is your inner state. It is who you really are. Western में कहते हैं sun is who you really are. The moon sign, जिसमें the sign which is of the moon at your birth, is a key indicator of your personality and Vedic, a very important, your destiny. Remember that. Moon sign, which means जो sign moon में आपके पैदा हुए पे था, talks about your personality and your destiny in life. Interestingly, if I want to
Right.
know life में how much successful you will be, याद है I just looked at a kundali and said moon is in the 11th house, gains popularity. तो destiny देता है वो. अगर moon 5th में बैठ जाए, we know luck will start when your kids are born. Speculation में you will make gains. Intelligence, wisdom में you will be important. अगर moon 2nd में बैठ जाता है, it tells us destiny, you will provide for others in your family. Right? So Western astrology, moon is important from an emotional point of view to see and understand what we call your subconscious pattern. Sun important है, यहाँ moon important है. Correct? So meaning क्या है इसका? Vedic focuses on moon as the indicator of your mind. Western thinks of it as your inner child.
Okay.
And ये भी कहा है कि when accurate Vedic analysis के लिए we must look at a kundali from ascendant and moon and then the sun. In Western we don't do that. हम सिर्फ देखेंगे sun sign से.
Sun.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So, do we have time to quickly go over the placement of moon in different houses?
Impossible. We
I
can
know,
try.
I do understand. Yes.
We can start, but I don't think it's going to happen because बहुत लंबा
But
है
that'll
ये.
but that'll help people when they'll go to your website and try to make their own kundli and where the moon is placed, so they'll be able to get some answers.
इससे अच्छा, why don't we look at what happens when the moon sits with other planets? How would I talk
Sure.
on that?
Sure.
We'll talk about the moon in different houses and then we will talk about moon in different zodiac signs next week.
Okay.
अब हम बात करते हैं moon conjunction, मतलब moon when it is sitting with another planet or moon when it is looked at by a different planet, which is called aspect. Okay. तो moon और Mars, इसे हम हिंदी में चंद्र मंगल योग कहते हैं. Chandra is moon, Mangal is Mars. This is a very good union of two planets, but it also is a very volatile union, right? Mars is anger, aggression, the ability to take action is Mars. Moon to emotional raha aapka. Now the emotions are actually trying to take action. They're trying to do stuff what makes them happy. So what do? They create an emotional intensity. They create ambition and desires. ऐसे लोगों का जो mindset है, they are always, I will take action because it's going to give me satisfaction. It could be for good or bad. अगर इस conjunction पे there is a good planet looking at it, it will always be positive. They will stand up against society for people who they believe in. इतने जो protests होते हैं against different issues, think of them as being done by people with Chandra Mangal because they believe in this and they want to take action, right? They will fight for their rights. इसका downside क्या है? They're very impulsive. They can be quick tempered. They can get angry very quickly. They can take decisions which are very rash, right? And then they can always be prone to agitation. They can argue with others. The next yog we'll talk is Jupiter Moon, which is also called Gaj Kesari Yoga. Astrology में one of the most popular, most famous, and most fortunate yoga. It's a good yoga. ये एक ऐसा योग है जो जुपिटर की विजडम और एक्सपेंसिव नेचर को मून के साथ और भी स्ट्रॉन्ग कर देता है. The person who has Gaj Kesari Yoga will almost always be learned, respected, prosperous, and they like other people. They like doing good to others. Okay? ये लाइफ में कभी hungry नहीं रहेंगे. They'll always have some source of income. They're creative. इसके डाउनसाइड तो है ही नहीं कुछ. The only downside really is they could be overly optimistic. हो जाएगा, मिल जाएगा, कर लेंगे.
Okay.
The other योग is Moon Saturn योग. इसे हिंदी में हम विष योग कहते हैं. ये ऐसा योग है which is generally very challenging. Moon is a planet of free flowing emotions, right?
जी.
So think of Moon as हम free flow करते हैं. Shani is the last planet in the Vedic zodiac system. Last planet is actually considered very cold. Shani is a planet of discipline. तो क्या होता है? It gives serious, responsible and practical mind, but also one that is prone to pessimism. It creates emotional maturity after delay and hardships in life. Generally, जिनका विष योग होता है, they also suffer anxiety, depression, emotional suppression, lack of feelings, loneliness, isolation. They find delay in emotional happiness. There really is no way to correct this for them. The next combination will be Moon and Rahu. इसे हम ग्रहण योग कहेंगे, eclipse योग.
Okay.
राहु is the northern node. जब मून के साथ देता है, it only amplifies. Rahu's job is to amplify. When it amplifies, it creates illusions. I want to do this, I want to accompany that, I want to finish that. Extreme ups and downs in life, confusion. जितने लोग mental asylum में होते हैं, drugs करते हैं, Rahu moon. People who think no ends of themselves, Rahu moon. Obsessive thoughts, complexity, psychological issues, Rahu moon. And finally, we'll come to last, which is Ketu moon. Ketu is spirituality, detachment, past life influence. जब मून के साथ होता है, it will try to after they mature emotionally detach you from things that you are connected to. The person will start feeling emotional isolation from the world and automatically start getting drawn to spiritual pursuits in life. These people end up giving up a lot, living a secluded life, going worshipping, practicing meditation, etc. But अगर इसका downside ये है कि if it is not strong, then it actually starts causing emotional confusion. People misunderstand them. They have a sense of not belonging to anyone, not belonging to anything. I find it rare that Moon Ketu is bad. Generally, it is a good placement. It's for nice people who want to shape and do something better for others and for themselves in life. Okay?
जी. So next week we're going to take the placement and the different zodiac signs.
We will talk about different houses, different signs,
Mhm.
careers impacted by Moon. We will also talk about health issues with Moon.
Yes, yes. So we'll be covering a lot next week. Don't forget to tune in, guys. For this show, the time is ending now. We won't be able to take any more calls. But as I reminded you earlier, you can always connect directly by calling 408 639 5300 or through the website. You'll get all the contact information. The website is saketbhatia.com. Thank you so much for joining us on air, and we'll see you back next Tuesday.
Thank you for having me. We'll see you Tuesday. And for all the listeners, sorry we couldn't take all the calls. Hopefully next week you can try again or just go on the website, enter your details, and I'll reply back to you.
Absolutely. And to all the listeners tuned in, stay tuned. RJ Swati is coming next with Cruise Control.